This video is going to quickly go through how you can draw your three-dimensional cube shape so that we can possibly print it out on our Ultimaker 3D printer. When you open up your program, you're going to need to go ahead and save it immediately. So save this in a stem folder, maybe a Sketchup folder, and call it as the color of the shape that you'd like to actually create. Next, you're going to want to view the toolbars of the large tool set. We do that every time we open the program. If you don't have your default tray open and you want to color your shape at the end, you're going to have to say Window, Default Tray, and Show Tray. I'm going to hide the tray for right now because it makes it a little bit easier to see more of the screen. We need the creeper dude at some point to be able to see our perspective and see our scale, but eventually we're going to delete him. So first thing I'm going to do is draw a square. And the way you draw a square is you select the tool, click the mouse once and let it go. Start drawing the shape, but don't worry about the shape. If you look down in the bottom right hand corner where it shows dimensions, that square would be way too big. I need to draw a 1 inch by 1 inch square. To do that, we do 1 quotation mark, comma, 1 quotation mark. I just typed that in without holding down the mouse. Now all I need to do is hit the enter key and watch how small my square gets. That's a 1 by 1 square. I'm going to select my dude now and delete him. I just clicked on the select tool, clicked him once and hit my delete key. I'm going to scroll in with my mouse wheel so that I can end up seeing my square. I've got a 1 by 1 square, but I need to make it a 1 by 1 by 1 cube. So I'm going to do the push-pull tool, click it once. I'm going to click on the surface one time with my mouse and start moving that up. It doesn't matter where I put it to. I'm going to go ahead and type in the number 1 quotation mark and hit enter, and that's going to make it exactly 1 by 1 by 1 cube. I'm now ready to select that entire cube and copy it. I can draw a giant rectangle around it, or another way to do it is triple click an object and that will select the entire object. I can say edit and copy, or Control C. When I say edit, paste, wherever I move my mouse around is going to give me that object. I'm going to snap it right into that, and they're connected. I'm going to do Control V and make another one, Control V and make another one. At this point, I've got my cubes all set up. You'll need to talk to Mr. Chlebek to see how you can't do a cube that looks something like this and keep it in this shape, because it won't be able to print this surface area underneath this last cube. It can't just extrude a filament. It will fall down onto the ground or onto the heating element table when you're printing. So you'd have to rotate this entire object. Plus we wouldn't have an object that was 4 cubes wide. So I'm going to delete that one. The next step you'll need to do is go ahead and take your eraser tool and erase all the lines that are on the same plane. And I'm going to have to rotate around because I'll have some extra lines on this side as well as on the bottom. We just want to erase those lines. And I'll look on the bottom here. I'm going to make a mistake here and accidentally erase something that I don't need to do. Whoa, what happened there? Control Z. Just erase the lines that are all on the same plane. So now I've got my object. Just showing you how that looks. And if I wanted to add color to that, I'd have to end up seeing my default tray, which we eliminated last time, and underneath the materials we're going to want to go to colors. And we'll pick a color. This one was going to be my red. When I pick a color, it automatically makes it the paint bucket, and I'll just dump those colors into all of my different faces, including the bottom. Just because you make it red doesn't mean it prints red on the Ultimaker printer. Final step is go ahead and save it again, and you've drawn your shape. I can print that shape if your team is all caught up and everything, but shapes take a while to print and not everybody is going to be able to make one and get one. But go ahead and submit that to Moodle and I'll do my best. Thanks.